Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and welcome to the Every Character series here on the channel, where we go through the LEGO games and show off every character in each one. And this time we're doing 2016's LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. And so I did a quick count here, and I believe there are 240 different character icon slots in this game. This includes all the DLC that's available on Xbox One. It's possible there were some more DLC characters on the other consoles. You guys can let me know in the comments, but this should be everything available on Xbox at least. So there's 240 characters, icons, excluding the, create your own character icons. Anyway, let's go ahead and start here with the A-Wing pilot. So there we go. We're going to show these off pretty briefly because we have 240 to go through. I do want to say before we start getting into this, but you can see here it actually tells you the different character abilities on each of these characters, which is a really cool feature of this game. So anyway, we have Aiden Mose. I have no idea who he is. Some you guys will really have to let me know about a lot of these. We have Admiral Akbar Classic version, and then we have Admiral Akbar Resistance version from, basically the modern Episode 7 version versus his Episode 6 version. We have Admiral Statura. I think he's from Episode 7 as well. We have Anakin Skywalker from, of course, Episode 3. And then we also have his Pod Racer, kid version from Episode 1. I like how he's like a short minifigure this time around, which is cool, which is really cool. We have the ATST pilot. So pretty standard Star Wars character there. We have Athgar Heese. Looks like some sort of a bounty hunter, maybe. We have Bala Tik. He was from Episode 7, right? He was at he was dealing with the Rathtars, I believe. We have Bazine Natal. Again, another Episode 7 character there. We have Bith. Of course, the character that look how you can actually beat people with his little saxophone. That's that's pretty funny. That's a hilarious character. We have Boba Fett. Of course, everyone knows who he is. We have Babajo. Babajo. I have no idea how you say this guy's name. Look at that back piece on him with the little creatures. It's a very unique design there. We have Blast Tyran. No idea who he is. We have Bali Prindle. A lot of these characters I feel like are just like background characters from Episode 7, to be honest. We have Kaluan Imat, I believe is how you say his name. He looks familiar from Episode 7 as well. We have Captain Phasma. Look at that shiny minifigure, that shiny texture. So cool. Next up we have Chewbacca, as well as his Tuan Kiti version and his Wounded version, which the Wounded looks mostly the same. He just has like a little, they just added like a little white bandage. Here's the regular, and let's show off the Tuan Kiti version there with the gas mask on. Next up, we have Chief Petty Officer Unamo. I guess is how you say that. Don't recognize her, but she's probably, again, another background character. We have Constable Zuvio. Okay. Again, not sure who he is. We have Count Dooku. Of course, I know who he is. From, the prequel era. Episode 2, Count Dooku there. Or is it Episode 3, Count Dooku? We have Kratinus. Another short minifigure there. Can access hatches. We have Crokind Shand. Crokind Shand? Crokind? Let's see here. Moving on to Kroll Jenkins. I like how he puts his hands on his hips. Okay. Next up we have Crusher Rudown. Whoa, we have a big fig here. This is the first LEGO Star Wars game to feature big figs, by the way. Pretty cool. Darth Maul. There we go. Classic character there, Darth Maul. Next up we have Darth Vader, even more classic character. Can't get more classic than Darth Vader, other than maybe like Luke Skywalker or something. We have Dasha Promenti. Next up we have Davin Merrick, like that cone headpiece there. We have Death Star Trooper. We've got Elo Asti. You see him a lot in Episode 7, I remember. Not a lot, but I mean, you see him a decent amount. We have Chancellor Palpatine. Oh, that's interesting to put Chancellor Palpatine in the same slot as Emperor Palpatine. I like how you can actually use Force Lightning as his Chancellor Palpatine version. Whoa, hang on. This is kind of... I don't like how Palpatine's like holding his lightsaber with two hands like that in that pose. Like, you never see Palpatine hold a lightsaber like that. It's a little bit inaccurate there, TT Games. Alright, here we have Finn, his regular version, and then we have the Junction Box version in the black outfit, and then we have the Starkiller base version, which a lot of these look very, very similar, and then Takodana version. It's just like him opening up his jacket a little bit more. It's like the main differences. There we have his original, you know, he's in his Stormtrooper outfit, FN2187, and then we have his helmetless version in the FN2187. And there's the regular one. Okay, so next up we have First Order Fleet Engineer. It's actually pretty cool minifigure there. We've got the Flame Trooper. I like how the flame, it shoots out like, really, it's like a stream of fire. Like, it's very interesting the way they did that. And we have FN2112. I guess that's supposed to be a callback to the Beach Troopers in the old LEGO Star Wars games. Not sure. We have FN2199, which just looks like a regular Stormtrooper to me. We have Gaff Kalik. Looks like maybe a bounty hunter. General Hux. We have General Hux Aerobics. That definitely wasn't in the movie. And here's the regular version. Next up we have General Leia. And then we've got General Leia Formal. I guess that's supposed to be a formal outfit. And then we have Princess Leia Classic. Of course, the A New Hope version of Princess Leia. Can't beat that. Then we've got the indoor version. And then we got Ewok Village version. And back to General Leia. Okay, next up we have Guvian Gunner. Look at that idle animation. He's got like his arms back a little bit. We have the Guvian Security Soldier. What is the difference? They have like different weapons maybe? Let me see. It looks like they maybe have different weapons, but yeah, those characters are very, very similar. We have Goss Tours. Looks like towers, but it's like tours. Looks like maybe a bounty hunter. Not sure. No, it's a Resistance character apparently. Let's see. We got Gray Squadron Pilot. We got Greedo, of course, from episode 4. Can't beat Greedo. Who shot first? We've got Grumgar. Another Big Fig character here. Next up we have Han Solo, of course the episode 7 old Harrison Ford version, and then we've got the classic young Harrison Ford version from episode 4, and then we've got the Stormtrooper version again from episode 4 when he had to disguise himself. Then we got Endor from episode 6, and then we've got Starkiller Base version from the ending of episode 7. Then we got Tuan Kiti version with the gas mask, and we got back to the regular. Alright, next up we have Hoban Karsamba. What is that giant, like, cylinder on his back? I have no idea. We have Hugins. Gosh, these characters, man. Ilko Munica? Monica? Who knows? Imperial Royal Guard. Pretty cool there. It's one of the coolest looking Star Wars characters in my opinion. We have Infra Blue Zed Betty Coggins. What a name. It is a small fig. But Infra Blue. I've heard of Infrared, not sure of Infra Blue. We've got Jawa. Moving on down here, we have Jessica Pava. Looks like a standard rebel to me. Kanja Club gang member. Just a generic gang member there. Then we've got Kanja Club Sniper. We got Kadel Ko Connix. What a name. Who comes up with these names at Lucasfilm, man? We've got Kinze. Moving on, we have Corsella. Just a lot of filler characters in this game, I feel like. We've got Kylo Ren, of course, with the hilted lightsaber. And we've got his hooded version. And then we've got his unmasked version, the angry face. Moving on, we have Lando Calrissian, of course, from episode 5 and 6. We've got Lieutenant Bastian. We've got Lieutenant Mitaka. I swear, most of these characters are not named in any of the movies. We have Law Gray. Looks like an Ewok. That definitely don't feel like he is named in any of the movies. We have Lor San Tekka from the very beginning of episode 7. We've got Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper version from Episode 4, and then we've got Luke Skywalker, this regular Episode 4 version from, you know, the beginning of the movie when he's on Tatooine. Then we've got the Episode 6 version where he's got shorter hair and he's like full-on Jedi attire. Moving on, we have Major Brance. Not familiar with him. Must be another kind of background minor character. Major Calonia. Okay, looks like another Resistance character. We've got Maz Kanata from Episode 7 as well. She ended up appearing, you know, in later movies. We have Minnow Teast. Interesting. We've got Mon Tath. Nine Nub, of course. He's a fairly famous character. Nine Nub Classic. Okay, that's it for him. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi Classic, the Episode 4 version. Interesting they don't call him Ben Kenobi. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 version, my favorite. And then we've got Classic, so we don't get his Episode 2 or 1 in this game. Officer Samitsu, I think is how you say that. Probably butchered a lot of these names, but that's par for the course for these every character videos. We have Oni Jas. Oh, he's got double blasters. Pretty cool. We have Api Egra. I think is how you say your name. Api Egra. Next up, we have Oscus Storat. Man, what a character. What a character with an eye patch there. We have Ottigan Acolyte. Is that going to be the Acolyte in the Acolyte Disney Plus show? Just kidding. We have Ottigan Warrior. Alright, so moving down here to Azir Tinzer. It's very similar to that other character we just went through. We have Padme Amidala from her Episode 2 Geonosis appearance. We have Pamich Nero Good. Not sure who she is. Petty Officer Thanison. Looks very similar to General Hux to me. We have Poe Dameron, his regular version, and then we've got Poe Dameron Dakar version, and then we've got Poe Dameron Flight Suit version, when he's actually piloting stuff. We have Poe Dameron Flight Suit helmetless, and then we got the Prisoner version from the beginning of Episode 7, and then back to the regular Poe Dameron. And then we have Prashi, another small minifig, Praster Baron. We've got Praster Omlin. Oh, look at that. It's a bearded character there. Prue Suivant. Whoa. It's a creepy looking face there. We got Queen Amidala, of course, from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. We got Qui-Gon Jinn from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Quiggold. He's got a peg leg. We got Quinar. Definitely an interesting looking headpiece there. We've got the Rancor. Yes, the Rancor is playable in this game. A lot of people kind of made a big deal about Skywalker Saga having a playable Rancor, but guys, we had it all the way back here in the Force Awakens game. We got Razu, what's his name? Razu Quinfy. Rebel Commando. I like his mouthpiece with his teeth showing. That's kind of cool. Rebel Fleet Trooper. Fortunately, we don't get Rebel Friend in this game, guys. We got Resistance General. He looks familiar from the movie. Resistance X-Wing Pilot. She's got that against kind of a similar mouthpiece to the other character. We've got Rey. Of course, we're going to have a bunch of versions of Rey here. We got Rey Junction Box wearing Finn's jacket. We got Rey Resistance. We got Rey Scavenger from when she briefly had her mask on there. We got Rey Starkiller Base from the ending of Episode 7. And then we got Rey Taco Donna. A lot of these look very, very similar. We got Young Rey. Very interesting that they included that one from the flashback scenes. And then we got back to regular Rey. Okay. We have Satch Scarit. Satche Scarit? Satch? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Sarko Plank. Look at that face. Or lack thereof. We've got the Scout Trooper, of course, from Episode 6. Almost said 7. We have Sidon Ithano. We got Snap Wexley. He's definitely in Episode 7. I remember him. We've got the Snow Trooper from Hoth. I guess they might. There we got the Snow Trooper Classic. I guess maybe that other Snow Trooper was the ones that appear on Starkiller Base, I believe. We've got Snow Trooper Officer. We got Stormtrooper. Okay, there's your standard Stormtrooper right there. Interesting they have a little grapple hook there underneath. Look how detailed. The graphics of this game, I gotta say, they hold up. Like, obviously they're not as good as like Skywalker Saga, but I mean, look at the detail on that little grapple hook. Anyway, let's not get distracted. We still got a lot of characters to go through here. We've got Stormtrooper Aerobics. We have Stormtrooper Officer. Stormtrooper Classic. That's like the original trilogy Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper Combat Engineer. Stormtrooper Heavy. Stormtrooper Hot Tub. They're really trying to call back to like Star Wars 2, man. Stormtrooper Sergeant. We got Sudswater Dilfay Glon. What a name these characters have, man. We have Tarish Judin. That's actually a pretty cool headpiece on him. Tassu Leech. And then we've got Tabin Ralorsa. Ralorsa? Don't recognize her, but there you go. We have Technician Mandedit. Mandedit. I think is how you say that. It's like a pretty standard minifig to me. We got Tito. Of course, appears in episode 7. We've got TIE Interceptor Pilot. Looks like a classic one there. We got TIE Pilot. Very similar minifigs there. Special Forces TIE Pilot with the, kind of red on the mask there. We have Trentus Savay. We've got Trento Duaba. Can shoot Lego targets. So yeah, a lot of these characters, man, not going to be the most useful. We got Tusken Raider. Of course, can't forget Tusken Raider. Sand people. We have Ubert Styx Quarrel. Styx. Are these people from like maybe the TV show? Because I haven't seen all those TV shows and stuff. I don't know. We have Unkar Goon. I mean, this is an episode 7 game, but obviously there was a lot of DLC. There's a lot of content that goes beyond episode 7, as we've seen so far. We have Unkar Plut. Of course. 1/4 portion. Alright, next up we have Unkar Thug. I like his idle animation there. We've got Varmic. Definitely an ugly looking minifigure there. We have Varond Jellic. Next up we have Volzang Lithril. Or Lithril. Pretty cool mask piece. We got the Wampa from episode 5. Next up we have Wedge Antilles. Of course. Classic Star Wars character there. Then we got Wibba Tuyul. I think it's how you say that. I don't recognize him. He's got the eye patch though, which is pretty cool. We've got Wicket, of course, from episode 6. Classic Ewok. We have Wolivin. Cool looking alien character. We've got Yoda, the classic Yoda. He actually walks like a normal person in this game though, unlike the old games. We have Zev Sineska with a shiny helmet. I like how they made the helmet pretty shiny. We have Xylas, the cool gas mask. We have BU4D. Well, look at that. Droid just kind of slides around with its hands up. It's kind of funny. We've got BB-8, of course. Little ball droid there. We've got C-3PO with his red arm. And then we've also got the classic C-3PO without the red arm. We've got EGL-21 amps. Whoa. Look how big this thing is. Pretty crazy. It looks like a giant trash can to me. We have GA-97. We've got GNK-143, the Gonk droid. Of course, the Gonk droid has been remastered in this game from the old games. It's a lot faster, though, than it was in the old games. Like, in the old games, it moved like this all the time. It was like... I feel like it was even slower than this game's walking speed. But anyway. We've got GTA-W. GTA, wow. Grand Theft Auto, no. GTA-W-74 Gita. Whoa. This thing can actually attack. It's crazy. We have HURID-327. Another big fig there. We've got K3PO. Not to be confused with C3PO. We have M9G8. An astromech droid. We've got MSE-E, the mouse droids that, just kind of wander around the Death Star. We have 0-MR1. Another cool looking protocol droid from like the prequel era. We've got PZ4CO. I guess that's a protocol droid with a long head. It's got like a giraffe head. We have R3PO, which just looks like a red version of C3PO. We've got R2D2, of course, the classic, which it doesn't. I don't think R2D2 can actually hover in this game. They took that away, just like they took it away in Skywalker Saga. We have R2KT. We've got R2Q5. We've got R3A2. Well, look at that transparent headpiece there. That's really cool. We've got R5D8. And we've got R5J2. Man, the amount of astromech droids in this game is astounding. SN14F? What was it? Wait. SN1F4. Okay. I definitely remember seeing those in the old school LEGO Star Wars games. J.J. Abrams, guys, is in this game. He's even got a camera on his back. The director of The Force Awakens and Episode 9. We've got Kathleen Kennedy here, which is pretty hilarious. One of the top executives at Lucasfilm. We got Katan Strider, one of the holographic creatures from the holographic game in the Millennium Falcon. We have Mantolin Savrip, another big fig holographic creature. We've got Molitor, looks like a giant ant of some sort. And we got Monarch, the only non-holographic big fig. The only holographic that's not a big fig, I should say. Then we got your own creative character slots here, 10 of those. And then moving on to Boba Fett prototype. So without, color on his costume, basically. We got Bosk, the famous Bosk from Episode 5, background character. We got Dengar. These are some of the classic bounty hunters here. We have Han Solo Hoth version from the beginning of Episode 5. We've got Lobot from Episode 5. Now we're getting to characters that I actually know. We got Luke Skywalker Hoth. And we got Princess Leia Hoth. Interesting how these are different character slots. They don't put them in with regular Leia and Luke Skywalker's character slot. We have Ugnaught. So this must be the Empire Strikes Back pack that we just went through. We got Ayla Secura, who was sort of a background character in Episode 3. And I guess Episode 2 as well, maybe. We have Kiadi Mundi from the prequels. We've got Kit Fisto from the prequels. We've got Luminara Unduli from the prequels. She was even playable in the OG LEGO Star Wars. A lot of these characters were. We got Mace Windu with the iconic purple lightsaber. We have Plo Koon from the prequels. We got Saisi Tin. He was kind of a background character in the prequels, if I remember. We have Shakti. And let's see here. We got Bib Fortuna from Episode 6. Look at his face, dude. Does he really... I don't remember him, being all crouched over like that. Why did they make him do that? Did he ever crouch over like that? We have Bosch, who is, I guess, is supposed to be Princess Leia in the Bosch outfit, but it's interesting they don't call her Leia at all. Or is that supposed to be a genuine Bosch that Leia is disguised as? I don't know. Someone let me know. We got Gamorrean Guard from Episode 6. A lot of OG trilogy stuff here. Jabba the Hutt. Look at that. Look how fast he can spin around. He's got a little attack animation, too. We got Malakili? Malakili? Malakili, I think is how we're going to say it. We've got Max Rebo, the little elephant-looking creature from Episode 6. We have Ula, one of the dancers from Episode 6. We got Princess Leia at Jabba's Palace version, which is basically Princess Leia slave, but for some reason they want to, refrain from using that word for whatever reason. We have Anakin Skywalker damaged version, which is pretty cool. That definitely does not appear in the movies like that. We have Captain Panaka for Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. We've got Darth Maul Clone Wars version, where he's got the double lightsabers and the robot legs. Jango Fett, of course, is playable in this game. Look at the smoke effect. Actually, a pretty cool smoke effect on there. Almost, does it look better than Skywalker Saga's jetpacks? Dare I say? We've got Jar Jar Binks, who, of course, was a high jumping character in the old games, but not anymore. We got Padme from her Episode 1 version. What is that last name? Nabiri? Naberi? Is that her last name? I never knew that. That's her young Episode 1 version, though, like on Tatooine. We got Watto from episode 1. We got Zam Wessel from episode 2. Can she shapeshift at all? I don't think so. We've got Asajj Ventress from the Clone Wars, who she dual wields lightsabers. We've got Ura Singh from the Clone Wars. We've got Baris Afi. Yeah, not totally familiar with her. Probably a Clone Wars character. We got Cad Bane from the Clone Wars, who ended up appearing in Book of Boba Fett. We've got Captain Rex as a playable character with the blue blaster shots. We've got Commander Cody from the Clone Wars and Episode 3. We got Hondo Onaka, probably a Clone Wars character. We have Savage Opress, who was like the ultra secret character that you had to use a cheat code in to get in LEGO Star Wars 3 Clone Wars. We have Naka Lit. His last name is Lit. That's pretty funny. Naka Lit. Own Goss. We've got Poe Dameron Jakku version. Again, he's not included with the rest of Poe Dameron for whatever reason. We have Struss Clan Leader. We've got Struss Clan Raider. We've got Bash. And moving on to Graballa the Hutt. Oh, he actually got a different attack animation than Jabba. He actually like punches with his little arms. It's pretty cool. We've got Cordy Freemaker. I think these might be Nari? I guess that's how you say it. Nari. I guess that's how I pronounce it. We have Ram. We've got ROGR, which just looks like a droid with a broomstick. Wow. We have Rowan Freemaker. He's a little minifig character. And we've got Xander Freemaker. Yeah, these are definitely from that Star Wars TV show. The Resistance TV show. That was like sequel trilogy era. I think it was kind of made mainly for younger kids. We have Ahsoka Tano, who recently got a Disney Plus show. We have C11OP Chopper. That's a minifig, like a short astromech droid. Look how in the sand it actually makes like a little, like it makes a texture when you actually go through the sand. That's a pretty cool feature. I've never seen that before. It doesn't look like it can actually go in small character hatches though, unfortunately. We've got Ezra Bridger here. And in the last row here, guys, we're almost done. We have Hera Syndulla. I think this is getting into like Rebels content. We have Kanan Jarrus. We've got Sabine Wren. Ooh, all these characters appear in like the Ahsoka show. We have the Seventh Sister. We've got Zeb, Garazeb Aurelios. Who knows if I pronounced that right, but pretty cool character there. We have FN1044. Oh, it's got the shocking stick. Pretty cool, and the shield. We've got Leparo. We've got Thromba. Two very similar characters there. We have Jashko Purus. Again, not sure who these characters are from, but we have Rosser Winnow. Oh, he looks like half droid almost. A lot of robotic arms, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just a silver arm. Who knows? I'm not going to question it. We have Strano Tugs. Well, based on the picture, I thought that was going to be a big fig, but it wasn't. We have Kai Threnali. And we've got Colonel Datu. And we've got Lieutenant Rodion. Or Rodinon, I guess. Yeah. Rodinon, I think is how you say that. We've got Lieutenant Wright. And last but not least, guys, we have R3-Z3 with another transparent Lego piece up top. Very cool. So, guys, that is all. 240 characters in this game. Definitely a massive roster. I feel like this game has a pretty good roster. Like, he goes into some really deep cuts, like that only like the most hardcore Star Wars fans are gonna know. I mean, I don't know probably half of these characters. I mean, I would say I know maybe like 60% of them. Like, there's a lot that I don't know though. So yeah, this is a pretty extensive character roster here. Let me know what you think about this one. You know, Skywalker Saga obviously had an even bigger roster, but there's definitely some characters here that didn't appear in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, that's for sure. I know J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy didn't appear in that game. Here we have Mace Windu. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for every character in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this game's roster. Do you prefer it over Skywalker Saga? That may be a hot take if anybody prefers this over the Skywalker Saga's roster. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. So like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.